Hi, my name is Josh. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Interact. Today I want to talk you through branching logic, which gets called a lot of things like skipped logic, conditional logic, any of that kind of stuff. Basically, it's what you see on my screen here, where you can make a flow chart where each path is distinct and each person who takes your quiz sees a different set of questions. I have this way zoomed out here so you can see the entire thing, but I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on my browser so we can follow the path here and see what's going on. So we have our start module, and then this quiz is which Colorado mountain town should you visit? Something that I really care about, places that I love going to. What's your ideal vibe for a mountain getaway? Upscale, adventure, relaxing. Each of those branches off into a different set of questions, which then you'll have three questions that are the same for each person. And then the last question is going to branch off again. And so then you'll see my results here. I have Aspen, Vale, Breckenridge. Those are probably names you're familiar with. Telluride, Durango, Steamboat Springs, maybe a little less familiar. Crested Butte, Salida, Manitou Springs, Netherlands, names that, unless you're from Colorado, you probably are not aware of. And then our most off the grid here, Ore, Paonia, and Lake City, names that you probably definitely don't know about unless you're from Colorado. Anyways, this is my branching logic quiz, and I want to show you how this gets built, how it actually functions. So I'm going to save my map and go back into the builder. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to set up all your questions here in the builder. Even if not everybody's going to see all of these questions, because when you actually take this quiz, you're only answering 4 questions. Even though there are a total of 13 in here, you're only seeing the path that's relevant to you. So I load all my questions in here, and then I load in all my results, which you can see in the left sidebar here as well. So I have Aspen, Vale, Breck, all these different places. Now I don't have lead gen turned on this one, but you can turn that on. Just show you really quickly. You can set it up where it'll ask for an email before it shows the results, and then you connect it up to whichever integration you are using. I'll go ahead and leave that off because I'm not setting it up for this quiz. Now I want to show you the actual quiz. So if I go to preview it here, it's going to tell me that I'm using branching logic. Which Colorado mountain town should you visit? Take quiz. I answer this question. That's going down a particular branch. Now I'm going to see 3 questions that everybody sees. 1, 2, and then this one's going to branch again. So now I've got Telluride as my result. So there you see I only answered 4 questions, but if we go back into our builder, you'll see that there are actually 13 questions in here. So I went down my branch only. Let's pop back over to that branching logic just to walk you through the flow one more time. So we have start. I'm going to drag in, I'm going to remove this question here just to show you how I set that up. So I'm going to delete that, right? So now all my branches are gone. And I'm going to take put that first question back in. And I'm going to go to my start module, click it, connect it to that first question. And then my each answer choice module is going to go to a different node. So these are each going to go to a different set of questions. And then I'm just going to scroll across and finish that up. And that's how you set up the logic. So now these paths are basically the path that somebody would take through a quiz. So you'll see on these questions, right? Everybody's going to go to the same follow-up question regardless of how they answer, which allows you to not have to be overly complicated with this. Now, if you want to, you can have it branch off based off of every single question. I personally love working on quizzes like that. I've worked with a number of our clients who have quizzes where it branches out to 120 plus different results. So you have a full flow chart in there. And that may be based on only 4 questions because you think about the exponential component of this, right? So this branches into 4. This would branch into 4 again, so that'd be 16. 4 again, that'd be 32. 4 again, that'd be 64. Don't check my math there. It's probably wrong. Probably underestimating. It gets to be a lot of branches really quickly. Now, quickly, I want to run through how you can use ChatGPT to help with figuring out this logic. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. I have this conversation going here where I started off with just asking it, and this conversation is a bit long, so bear with me. I started off with asking it just based on these instructions, give me a quiz. Give me the quiz content for a quiz titled Which Colorado Mountain Town Should You Visit? That uses branching to make a quiz very short but effective. And then I pasted in the doc, which I'll link here from this video. It's our help doc on how to use branching logic quizzes. And then it basically followed the doc and created the sets of questions and the branches that I would need to follow so that I could just copy and paste these into Interact. It was a little sparse to start off, so I had it, uh, add something to each of the results. I had it build out some more, had to add some additional results. So you'll see I'm just scrolling through my conversation here in ChatGPT, but it was 3 or 4 prompts and I got it to where I wanted it to be, which is this final version here. And then I just copied and pasted these questions into Interact over here. So if I go back, save my map and go back, I copied and pasted those in Interact. I added images, so I just clicked here to add images. This integrates with Unsplash. You can upload your own images. The Unsplash integration has good images for some things, like mountain towns is really easy. Other things, if it's more proprietary to you, then it's not going to be so great. But you can always upload your own images. I added images to the results. You can add call to action buttons here. So like, for example, if I was actually like a tour guide for Colorado mountain towns, I might say, book a trip with me, or schedule a consult, or learn more about things to do in Aspen. If I was, running a blog, something like that. And then again, if I was doing the lead gen, I would turn that on, and then I would connect up my integration here. We have all the big ones: ActiveCampaign, Beehive, Drip, Flowdesk, HubSpot is a big one that a lot of people use. All of those, you can directly connect it, ask people to put in their email before you show their results, or you can make it like an optional thing where they can skip it. So that's just set up on this form. This is a big feature of Interact. So using a branching or conditional or skip logic quiz in conjunction with the email capture can be a super powerful way to get this all set up. Like I said, I really enjoy working on these with clients. Obviously, this is all self-serve, so you can do it yourself, but you can always ping our team and we'll get you set up with a branching logic quiz like this. These are super cool. This is an incredibly powerful feature. I'm just going to zoom out one more time to show you what it all looks like when it's put together. This is one of the most powerful ways to really dive deep into personalization and get somebody to a very specific answer with a very small amount of effort on the quiz taker's end. In this one, they're only answering 4 questions, but they're getting one of, let's see, 3, 7, 10, 13 results. One of 13 results by only answering 4 questions. It's really accurate. I live in Colorado and I go to these mountain towns all the time. This quiz is highly accurate. ChatGPT was very helpful with telling me the questions to ask and the follow-ups and things like that. So if you'd like to build out a quiz like this, if you're looking at this and you're like, this is exactly what I've been looking for, which I hear from a lot of people, you can go to our website and you can sign up free and actually build this all for free. Make sure the functionality works for you before you commit to anything, and then obviously launch this out into the world. We've been a quiz hosting platform since 2013, so we are almost 12 years old now, and we've just continually refined this to make sure that it's highly stable, because obviously if you're going to be sending customers through this, if it's a customer acquisition thing or an onboarding thing, you want to make sure that it works. And so we've really put a lot into making sure our platform is stable and into building out this functionality, this drag and drop, where you can do virtually anything. There are some cases where, I've hit a roadblock and I haven't been able to help a client get what they want done, but almost always with a little creativity and this flexibility of this branching logic system, we can get done what you want to get done. So like I said, feel free to reach out to us or go to our website, sign up free, and you can get one of these branching logic quizzes built out.